Hi there, and welcome back to another episode of the Navy Dad Channel. Hey, we just got back from Great Lakes Recruit Training Command and another fantastic Navy boot camp graduation. So I thought I would sit down and make a video and wrap up the series on boot camp with a part 3 and give you my top 10 recommendations for a successful and enjoyable boot camp experience. Tip number 1 is book a room at the Navy Lodge. You will not regret it. It is an absolutely fantastic location. It's affordable, it's clean, fantastic staff, great camaraderie with all the other Navy families. The decorating of all the doors is an experience to behold. You will not regret booking a room at Navy Lodge. So as soon as you get your graduation date, go book that Navy Lodge reservation as soon as humanly possible. You won't regret it. Tip number 2 is book your travel to arrive on Tuesday for the Thursday graduation. Arrive on Tuesday, depart on Saturday. You'll get a little bit more explanation as this video goes along, but tip 2 is arrive on Tuesday, depart on Saturday. Tip number 3 is get to the Family Resource Center at the NEX as soon as humanly possible on Wednesday. I think they open up about 10 o'clock. Beat the lines, get those tickets in your hand because the lines are going to get long and there's a lot of other things that you're going to want to go do instead of stand in line at the NEX getting those tickets. But once you get those tickets in your hand, absolutely do not lose them for any reason. Those tickets are the only way you're going to get on base for a graduation ceremony. It's the only way you're going to get on base to pick up your sailor for Liberty on the following days. And it's the only way you're going to get back onto base to drop your sailor off in time for the curfew at the end of Liberty each night. So get the tickets early. Make sure you have a secure place for them. You do not lose them. Tip number 4 is a fun one. Do not miss out on the opportunity to go to Sarge's Meet and Greet. It's a buffet dinner on Wednesday night before graduation. It's an opportunity to meet other families, to break some bread, listen to Sarge and his recommendations on how to make the graduation experience enjoyable. It's a great opportunity. You can go to the Recruit Training Command Facebook page and go to their features and files, and they can help you figure out how to make a reservation so that you don't miss out. Go to Sarge's Meet and Greet. You won't regret it. Tip number 5 is get there early. There's going to be lots of tips and tricks that people tell you that how to beat the lines and how to take shortcuts, but there is no substitute for just getting out of bed and getting there early. The gates open at 6:30. Both times my boys graduated, I was down there at 5:45, and I was not the first one in line. The line will go for a mile, and that line will get that way quickly. As early as 6 o'clock to 6:15, the line's going to get long. For those that don't get in the door early enough, you're going to be stuck in the balcony. So my recommendation is, yeah, you can go try the tips and tricks and the shortcuts and all of that, but there's no substitute for just getting there early. Get in there, get your seat, soak up the opportunity. It's a once in a lifetime. Don't miss it. Get there early. Tip number 6 is let your sailor decide what they want to do after graduation. There's a lot of things to go and see in Chicago area. And if you go see all of those things, it's going to be a hectic, busy time, and time's going to fly by. You're going to spend a lot of time going from point A to point B. It's a great experience to go see all of those things, but don't discount the idea of just chilling out in your hotel room. First graduation I went to, we went and saw all the sights. We did all of those things. Time flew by, and before you knew it, you're putting them on a plane to A school. This time around, my son wanted to just get in a pair of pajamas and relax at the hotel room and spend time talking, playing some games, ordering some food in, and it was very relaxing. We got a lot of time with our sailor. So it's just another option to consider, but listen to your sailor, find out what they want to do, and consider options of going to seeing the sights or also just winding down and spending some time together locally in your hotel room, ordering in, things of that nature. Tip number 7 would be join the celebration and enjoy the traditions of decorating your door and finding unique ways to celebrate your your sailor at Navy Lodge. We had a great time decorating our door and building an anchor for our son. We enjoyed walking through Navy Lodge, going door to door and looking at all of the other different decorations and anchors that were built and brought to Great Lakes to celebrate. So my tip to you would be take the time to walk around and look at all the decorations, decorate your own door, and enjoy the tradition and enjoy the celebration. Tip 8 is help your sailor be prepared to pack for A school. There's a misconception that there's a lot of items that the parents can bring to their sailor at graduation that they can stick in their luggage to go to A school. That's not necessarily accurate. They're going to have a sea bag, they're going to have a garment bag, and they're going to have a backpack. And all three of those are already going to be pretty full, pretty heavy, and they always have to have a right hand free to salute an officer. So I don't recommend getting a fourth or fifth bag for them to pack. It's really too much. The items that they can put into their sea bag or their backpack, for the most part, all of those items need to be present in the box, their personal possession box that they store away on night of arrival. If you want to bring a laptop, as an example, the only way to get a laptop into their luggage is if you hand it to them when they're departing at the airport. If they want to take it back to base with them when you hand it to them, they're not going to be able to take it back on the base and get it into their bags. It's just not going to happen. So the other problem with betting on that you're going to be able to meet them at the airport is it may be a flight at 2 o'clock in the morning. It may be on Saturday. It may be on Sunday. It may not even be at a commercial airport where they're accessible. It may be a Navy flight coming out of a naval facility. So they'll find out what their orders are right after graduation. But if you're planning on electronic devices, make sure that they take it night of arrival and get it in the box, and get all of those type of things squared away and prepared. That's one of the reasons I recommend that you stay from Tuesday through Saturday. Most of them take off Saturday. So if you want to plan to meet them at the airport, if by chance you can make that happen, you got to book all the way through Saturday or even through Sunday to even make that a reality. Tip number 9 is have a conversation with your sailor to find out what their wishes are with regards to whether they want family sitting with them at the airport, waiting for that flight from graduation to A school. Some sailors are going to want to have family with them to soak up every last minute that they can. Some sailors are going to want a little bit of alone time to prepare for shipping off to A school. Some sailors are also going to want some camaraderie time to say their last goodbyes to other sailors that they see at the airport. There's a lot of options there, but find out which option it is that your sailor wishes to experience. Now, if you want to be at the airport, you've got to plan ahead. Like I said in some of the earlier tips, you got to stay through Saturday or you got to stay through Sunday in your planning to even make that a reality if that's what your sailor wants. So have that conversation with your sailor and plan accordingly. Tip 10 would be find a unique and memorable way to commemorate the accomplishment, memorialize the day. You can buy your sailor a gift such as a personally engraved pocket watch with some comments, maybe a wristwatch with some engraving on it. You can actually contact your congressman and ask that they fly a flag over the Capitol in celebration of your sailor's graduation from boot camp. They'll send the flag and a certificate from the Capitol. It's kind of a very unique way to celebrate what they've done. So tip 10 would be find that way that's unique to you and memorable, something that can be passed down to generations, something that your sailor will look back on later in life and have fond memories. Hey, well, that's another episode of the Navy Dad Channel. Thanks for watching. As usual, if you enjoyed the content, please like, please share, and please subscribe. Until we see you again, Hoo-yah Navy. God bless.